We need to talk. Hi guys, my name's Lucy. I'm the creator behind Lulu's Crochet and More down in Devon. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I have a bit of a life update for you. This isn't going to be the greatest video, but I do have a whole bag of things that I need to tag. So I figured while I'm doing that, I'd chat to you. Very exciting video, I know. I'm sure you can't wait for the content. This is just a load of stuff that I've had previously made that I haven't got round to putting tags on, basically. So a mix of things, some octos, some eggs, some snowmen, some seals, some axolotls. Yeah, just, you know what I'm like. I make and I don't necessarily finish. So some of this stuff is left over from the summer. Some of it is before I went off sick. And then there's one or two bits that I've made since I've gone back to work. So good news is I'm back at work. The bad news is my steroid injection didn't go ahead last week, which is why I didn't put a video up. So basically, I went to my appointment on Friday, and I was supposed to have an ultrasound guided injection into my, I'll show you on the other hand, my tendon here. Got there really early. It was weather-wise horrendous, like torrential rain. And I got there plenty of time because I'm allergic to being late, and waited an hour because I was so early. But like I said, the weather was just awful and I wasn't going to risk missing my appointment. Excuse me. Waited an hour, went in, really nervous because I hate injections. You'd have thought after the amount that I've had, I'd be used to them, especially working in healthcare because we do have to have our, inoculations. But no, still hate them. Really, really scared, especially as it's somewhere that I can look at, which don't do. Anyway, yeah, went in, they did the scan. And when I tell you, I'm trying to put a price tag on, sorry. When I tell you this guy was scanning my wrist for like what felt like hours, must have been at least 20 minutes. He couldn't find an inflamed tendon, if you can believe it. He was like, no, really sorry, I can't find any signs of tendonitis whatsoever. So you're going to have to go back to your consultant. I don't think that's what the diagnosis is. So left there really, really disappointed because in my head, that was it. I'd got some sort of solution in place, and, that was it. It was going to be done then and there, and I would get some sort of use, like proper use of my hand back. So I was really, really upset. Got home, spoke to my parents, spoke to my partner, and my parents were very much, well, quite rightly so. The guy did the right thing by not giving you the injection because you don't need it, which is true. But like I said, in my head, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is great. I'm going to be fixed. And I am not fixed. So I went into work on Monday and told my managers what the situation is. They've been amazing. So they've got me on reduced hours. So I'm only doing 7.5 hours a week. So basically pretty much cut my clinic in half. And they're getting a new keyboard and mouse for me. I've got extra breaks put in place. They couldn't do more. But they referred me back to occupational health because the first team that I spoke to, they weren't really very helpful. They were very much, what do you think we need to do? And I was like, well, if I knew, I'd already be doing it. Like, I don't know from an occupational side of things what does and doesn't need to be done. Because sitting at home on my ass for 4 weeks didn't do much of anything. It made a difference, don't get me wrong, because I couldn't open my hand the day that I went home, there are tiny moths everywhere, and I don't know where they've come from, and I'm not very happy about it. Sorry. they're like diddly. That's the third one I've seen. Where are they coming from? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, from an occupational point of view, I don't know what should and shouldn't be done. So I got referred to a different occupational health department, I don't know, company, and I've spoken to them today, and they've basically said everything that we are already doing is everything that they would suggest. The only difference is they would recommend me wearing my brace at work, which I was doing, and then was told, well, not I wasn't told, my manager was told that I wasn't allowed to by HR due to, sorry, just had my lunch, due to, what's it called? Not health and safety. Oh, sorry, you're going to see a bit of that. Where are they coming from? I think I found the source. What was I saying? I'm really sorry. This is going to be such a great video. Higher up people said that I wasn't allowed to wear it for cross-contamination, etc., etc. Which is, fair enough. I work in healthcare. I get that. But I'm not touching any, fluids or anything. I wouldn't do that without a pair of gloves on, and I definitely wouldn't do that whilst wearing a brace. So I said this, well, I didn't say it to this guy that I spoke to today. He said it to me. He was like, well, the only reason you wouldn't need to wear it, in his opinion, was if I was doing wound care. And I was like, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. That's gross. And I said to him, I wash it as often as I can. At home, goes through the washing machine. So it's not like I'm just putting it on a Monday and taking it off on a Friday and going, it'll be fine. No, that's also gross because it smells, because you sweat and all these other lovely things that I'm sure you want to hear all about. So I've spoken to Occy Health today, and I basically need to wait for an appointment with the consultant again. So I think what I'm going to do, excuse me, I haven't shown you everything. Sorry, I was just doing some fried eggs. I've just seen another one of them. What? Yeah, going to speak to my doctor again and see if they have had a re-referral come through. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if I'm just supposed to wait or whether I'm supposed to chase it up myself. So I'm going to put an e-consult in, because it's not, well, I mean, it is time pressured sort of, but it's not like we're not dying. I don't need, rushing to A&E or anything like that. I just want to know what's going on, and what I should be doing, because I don't know now, and I'm sad and fed up and frustrated and any other phrase that you can think of to relay impatience. So I don't know how much crochet content I'm going to be able to show you, because I was doing a little bit here and there like we spoke about in my last video, but the nurse I spoke to today said that I need to stop again, even though it's not aggravating it, just doing the odd bit here and there. I shouldn't be doing it at all, which is great when I have got 9 markets coming up. And I don't know if I've got enough stock. I'm sure I do. Did I move the camera then? Sorry, I don't know. Welcome to the world's worst podcast, as Nicole would say. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm just going to keep going for as long as I can market-wise and see how far my stock will take me. I did work out that I had £3,500 worth of crocheted items, so that's not including sticker sheets and jewelry. And Isabella does most of the earrings now, so you know, we could just go to the last one just with jewelry, I suppose, except for it does say on my application form that it's also crochet. I don't know. Anybody down in Devon looking for a last minute craft fair? Because you can have my last one probably, because I don't think I'm going to have enough stuff. I don't know. I probably do. I'm probably completely and utterly overestimating how much people are going to buy. But 4 of my confirmed craft fairs, at least, it might even be more than that, can't remember, are primary schools. And primary schools tend to be my biggest events. So one of the ones I went to in the summer, and I sold a lot, like more than I ever would have thought. So I don't know how that one's going to be. I've got a couple of regular ones actually. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, how everything goes. But like I said, I'm really hopeful that they can perform a bloody diagnosis, because I've officially had enough. The guy that I spoke to on the phone today said he thought it was Decoivian, I can't remember, something French. It's not, because that's what the consultant thought I had, and that's what I've been scanned for, and it's not that, apparently. So he then said, oh, maybe it's arthritis. Yay. Lovely. Woohoo. Because I've got it in both hands. So he's thinking maybe it's that. So that made me really happy, as I'm sure you can imagine. So yeah, just a waiting game now, to see where we go from here. If you are a Buffy fan, you might know the song that goes along with that phrase, where do we go? Sorry, I've gone a bit loopy. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Because he was like, well, why don't you just not work? I was like, because I've done that for 4 weeks, and I was firstly bored out of my mind because I'm not ill. And secondly, it really just didn't make that much of a difference, because I still have to do things at home. We still have 2 children that need feeding every day, and still need washing done, and clothes putting away, and cleaning, and driving, and everything else, and brushing your own teeth, and putting your own seatbelt on, and having a shower. You know, you can't not use your hands. Unless I become very, very good at using my feet. You know, it's frustration. What have you guys been up to? I hope you're having a better time of things than I am. I am quite excited for the markets that I've got coming up. So Iz and I are off to Madewell on Saturday, which is one we did last Christmas. We'll do some positive affirmations and things now, because I'm sad. So we're going off to Madewell, which is the one that we did last Christmas, which is in the barn. It's beautiful, and it's very, very Christmassy, and it last year did kind of push me into the Christmas spirit. I am not the biggest, dare I say it, fan of Christmas. I think a lot of it is overrated, and I hate that it starts so early. My partner, he loves it. His friend has already put his Christmas decorations up, and he came home and was like, does that mean we can put ours up? And I said, I still have my pumpkin decor out. Like, no. I am an October girly. I love Halloween and I love autumn, even though I hate the cold. So at the minute we have got just some like autumn leaf garlands and a pumpkin table runner. Lots of just nice cozy autumnal things. Sorry, one sec. Off camera. And I don't want to take it down yet because I love it. But I have seen some nice Christmas decor that I think I'm going to get. So he can have that. When I say Christmas, I mean more like winter, so it can stay up a bit longer. That's why I went for the like autumny stuff this year, because normally we go mad at Halloween and we literally decorate the entire house and we make it like cozy spooky, whereas this year I just wanted it to be cozy and a bit more grown up, because the kids are both in secondary school now. It doesn't mean as much to them as it used to. Like they still go trick-or-treating, but it's not as big of a deal now as it was when they were little, especially when we lived up in the village, because the village used to go absolutely crazy at Halloween. It was fantastic. Anyway, yeah, so there's some stuff I want to get for Christmas. So some garlands and another table runner and some cushion covers and stuff, just, you know, homely things like you do. So yeah, at some point I will get around to actually ordering that. Capybara. So yeah, Madewell, Christmas, into the spirit of things, hoping it goes well. I look back at last year and we didn't take like a humongous amount of money, like, you know, we're not gonna not gonna be billionaires off of the back of it, but it's nice, and it's for a really good cause. So they specialize in like workshops for adults with special needs, and they do showcase some of their work at Christmas, which is brilliant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. It's a good day out. It's time with Isabella. It's about 45 minutes away, so we usually have a really good old chat on the way over and on the way back. She's really, really helpful, so she is actually coming to most of my events this year. I think there's only one, possibly two, that she won't make it to, just because they're like early afternoon and she won't be home yet. And I'll need her to look after Jacob anyway, because Chris doesn't usually get home until about 5:45, because he works in Plymouth, and it took him an hour and 15 minutes to get in this morning because it snowed here, and we can't cope with the snow. I mean, we can personally because we lived in Princetown and it snows there every single year, but we've moved down the hill and it's not quite as snow friendly. So when it does snow, nobody knows how to drive in it. If they do, they drive at like 2 miles an hour, so you end up with a massive backlog. They don't grade the roads properly, so actually coming out of our road this morning, I skidded straight into the main road. Luckily nothing was coming because I literally could not stop. I did try and then realised that slamming my brakes on was going to cause more of a problem than just sliding into the road very slowly and hoping for the best. It's been eventful. One of the girls from work, she had a really, really shitty journey in. She got sworn at by another driver and told if she's going to drive in these conditions, she should have a 4x4 as he whizzed past her. Very unhelpful. Like, why would you do that? Rather than being like, are you okay? Because she did skid and she ended up in a bush. You know, little things like, be nice. Just be nice. But anyway, yeah, it took him an hour and 50 minutes to get into work this morning, so he was slightly savage. But as I said to him, at least you got there in one piece and your car is fine and you are fine, because that is more important than how long it takes, in my humble opinion. I am going to run out of tags. I have got 24 total, I think I worked out yesterday. And there's definitely more than that in there. Oh no. And I'm nearly out of business cards as well. This is not good. I haven't got time to order any. Well, I do have time to order more, but I don't want to have to order any more because I get mine on Canva. So what I do is I get my business cards on Canva and I get my tags on Canva. But with my tags, I do what JJ Crochet does, and I've cut them all in half now, so I can't show you. But I get it done so it's like that. So that's one business card, and then on the other side is just my logo. And then I cut them in half. I have a corner punchy holey thingy, corner cutter, and then I hole punch for them to turn into tags. I don't know whether or not that is cost effective, but you end up with like what, 100, 200? I can't remember how many that comes in a packet. It doesn't say, but I get a box. Yeah, so I just do that personally. It works fine for me, but it does, you know, it's a big upfront cost. So yeah, we'll see how this weekend goes, because I need business cards and I need labels, so that's going to be £36, £32, 30 something. It's a big upfront cost, and I've just stupidly bought yarn because I had some things I wanted to finish, and I've bought more stuffing, and now I've been told basically that I can't do anything with it. It's a pain, literally, but I can't do anything about it, so I'm just gonna plod along. Snowman. Yeah, I'm really upbeat and cheerful at the minute, aren't I? This is great, and I've just sat and sulked at you for 20 odd minutes. So I think actually on that note, maybe I should go and stop moaning. The only thing new that I have to show you is some different eyes on an octopus, and I've upgraded my ghost. So I've run out, well, I'm very low on glitter eyes, and I've got quite a lot of octopus. So I figured I could do some plain black eyes. I ordered these a while ago, and these are from AliExpress, I think. I've written on the bag somewhere. CeeLo Express, not AliExpress. I always get them confused, and I don't know why. But yeah, so these are 18mm, just plain black eyes instead of glitter eyes. And actually, I've got them on another one as well. I think they look quite nice. Although they look really angry. They look like how I feel. So yeah, so they've just got plain black eyes. Normally they have the glitter eyes, but like I said, I've run out. Nearly run out, so I'm holding on to them. I don't know why I do this. I don't know why I can't just run out of things, but it's kind of, I don't know, it scares me to run out of things. What else have I got to show you? Oh, this guy I think I finished just after I came off camera the last time I spoke to you. My son rolled his eyes when I told him what this was, but this is a Pegasus. because I needed cheering up, so I followed a YouTube tutorial for the pig, and then I just freehanded the wings. I say freehanded the wings, I think they're actually the same pattern as I use for my Dex the dragon, but yeah, Pegasus. I can't remember who it was I was watching, but they said they wanted to make a Pegasus, and I wrote it down because I thought the idea was brilliant and I loved the name. And yeah, I showed Jake, and he was just like, like the most typical preteen reaction you could expect. But it did cheer me up, and it's cheered me up again today. So yeah, we have a Pegasus. And then I have this guy. I finally, after I don't even know how many years they've been putting it out for, bought the Christmas Flutterby colourway. It's over there somewhere. It's all a mess, big mess. So I made a Christmas turtle. Yeah, yay. And then the last thing I did was my ghosty, like I said. So I already had the ghosts made. I only made 3. And I've put a little Christmas hat on them, and they are a Christmas spirit because I think that's fun. So the hat does come off. It needs, I haven't done it yet. It needs testing because I want to have it as a removable part. If I was to sew it on, then obviously I would have had to test the whole toy again with the hat on. But I checked with the Facebook group, the powers that be, and they said that if I want it as a removable item, I can just test it separately. It's my own pattern. It's all made in one piece. So you make the bobble first, and then there's a little tiny bit of stuffing in that, and then you make the hat in one piece, and then obviously just tack it down. I say tack, but is secured quite well. And then it's just a reverse, what's it called? Reverse single crochet? Crab stitch. I love it. I love how it looks. It gives a really nice texture. So yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to show you, I'm afraid, because that's all I've done other than half finish things. I have a seal in a different colour actually, and that is it. So I had the white one, if I can find one, and I made a grey one. So yeah, that's it. I definitely don't have enough tags, so I'm going to have to actually think carefully about what I want to tag up now, or I'm going to have to get my Cricut out, and I don't want to get my Cricut out because I can't be bothered. Quite honestly, it's Thursday, my market's on Saturday. 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 9 tags left. Oh no, I really thought I might have enough, but I don't. That's not enough. See if I can find some of my old ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Somehow I have managed to make this sob story half an hour long. I really hope that you found something in this video that either sparked joy or inspired or, I don't know, educated. I don't know. I don't know what this video is, other than really not overly happy life update. Hopefully the next video will be a little bit brighter. So the one thing I can do actually over the next couple of weeks is I can still do my market recaps, because I can still do those, just can't prep for them. So yeah, yay. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you have a really good week, and I'll try and be more upbeat in the next one. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.